Hello everyone and welcome to our lesson titled Politeness Across Cultures. My name is Rosa Margarita Díaz Martinez and today we'll explore how culture influences polite communication in English. Politeness can vary greatly between countries because each society develops its own expectations of respect. Okay, next. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify common politeness expression in English, compare politeness norms between Colombian and English-speaking cultures, create a short role play using politeness expressions and cultural behaviors. These objectives guide the entire lesson and connect directly to your final activity. In cultural connection, politeness is more than just choosing nice words. It includes tone, attitude, gestures, and cultural expectations. In Colombia, for example, con permiso, disculpe, muchas gracias. What sounds polite in one culture might sound too direct or too informal in another. Some cultures express politeness through words and friendliness. Others express it through distance, formality, or indirect phrasing. Neither society is better, they are simply different cultural systems. Understanding this difference helps you communicate respectfully when using English. Um, in English, several expressions are commonly used to show politeness, such as "Excuse me, please," "Thank you," "Would you mean," "Could you please." These expressions help soften requests. Mm, English speakers often avoid sounding too direct because direct commands may seem impolite. English also uses modal verbs could, would, may to reduce the strength of a request. Instead of saying close the door, a polite English version is could you close the door please? Or this shows respect, gives the other person choice, and maintains positive social interaction. Okay? Let's compare general pattern of politeness across cultures. Colombian politeness often includes expressive tone and friendly voice, physical closeness and gestures, and use as titles to show respect, for example, señor, señora. These elements communicate word and social connections. Politeness in English-speaking cultures often includes a more controlled tone, personal space, and less physical contact. Indirect phrasing rather than direct commands. Okay, this reflects a value for personal boundaries and independence. Understanding this difference helps avoid misunderstanding when communicating with English speakers. Bueno, um, according to Paul Kocheman, politeness is a social kind, meaning it comes from shared social rules. Okay, and these rules guide what we consider respectful or disrespectful. These theories help us understand how English politeness works, the word, uh, the way it does. Here is an example of polite communication in English. Um, A. Excuse me, could you help me? B. Of course, how can I help you today? A. Would you mind telling me where is Bush is? B. Is right around the corner. You're welcome. Mm, Here, this dialogue shows politeness through indirect question, modal verbs, friendly but country tone. Okay, it also shows how English speakers maintain politeness throughout the interaction from beginning to end. For your tasks, we will create a short role play that demonstrates polite communication. In the instruction for the activity, number one, for price. Number two, select a scenario at the store, asking for direction in a restaurant, at the school. Three, write a short dialogue. Four, rehearse and present. Five, optional and record your essay. Um, Practice the dialogue. Um, Present in your next session. Okay. Remember, polite English is about strong direct commands. Okay. Section you could sound more respectful and more natural in English context. For example, instead of give me a glass of water, use could I have a glass of water, please? For example. Next, assessment criteria. You will be evaluated one, use of politeness expressions, cultural integration, pronunciation and fluency, and collaboration and participation. Okay. In the reflection moment, um, think about the following question. Um, what are the main differences between Colombian politeness and English politeness? Which aspect of English politeness feel new or different to you? Okay. These reflections help you connect the lesson with real life communication. Okay, do you have any questions? No? Okay. Mm, Thank you for watching the lesson. And remember that learning a language also means learning how people communicate socially using that culture. Politeness is not universal, it adds to the values of its community. Um, Understand culture, different health, interact respectfully and confidently in English. See you in our next class. Bye bye.